Welcome to episode 3 of Cardio Confessions. I am Takel Quant, IFBB Figure Pro, and I am 9 weeks out from my competition. This week honestly, it went by fast. It was a bit challenging. I had a lot more steps to get in this week, but I actually did really good with hitting my step goal every day this week. One of the things that really helped me out with that was my husband got me a walking pad, so I'm able to, at the end of the day, finish off whatever steps I need to finish right at home, and so that's been really good. Food was really good. My macros, for the most part, I've been hitting spot on. Yesterday was the first day I struggled a lot. I wasn't really hungry, but I forced myself to finish my meals yesterday. It was a high carb day yesterday as well, so that was good. Good amount of energy from that today to train legs. And yeah, today, how could I not lead off with this? Today, I actually hit a low at my weigh-in this morning. I checked in with my coach yesterday, which would have been Thursday, and he was really happy with the progress I made over the last 5 days since I checked in previously. So that was good, and then I've come down even more after a high carb day, which is always good. Kind of shows that your body's doing what it needs to do. So that was good. I hit a low for this prep, and that's very interesting because I'm a couple days out from my cycle, so I'm going through those symptoms, and to still be dropping through all of that is not usual for me. Usually I start to put on a few pounds before my cycle, so it's really good that that's not what's happened. That's not what is happening. Actually, my body is responding really well to the training and to the diet. So yeah, it's really just a matter of continuing to keep this momentum. My coach has me checking in a few days again, and he wants to have video going forward. So that's gonna put some more pressure on me to practice my posing more often, which I haven't been doing super great at. But now I usually do start taking my posing a lot more seriously at the 8 weeks out mark, because that's when I feel like I could see more lines and really just pose a lot better. But a big part of posing is also just getting your body used to holding the poses, the conditioning of holding the poses without shaking. And so that's what I really need to start focusing on, even if the lines are not completely there. But yeah, I feel really good. Energy is really good, all things considered. Again, cardio isn't super crazy. I've been doing about 20 to 30 minutes of fasted cardio 6 times a week, 2 HIIT sessions a week, and then I have a step goal each day that I have to hit. My macros right now for my low days, which are 4 low, 1 high, my macros are 160 grams of protein, 145 grams of carbs, and I want to say 40 grams of fats. I don't usually hit my fats goal unless I am like really just piling on my oils, but I get pretty close. I probably have about 5-6 grams to spare at the end of the day with my fats. Everything else I try to hit to the T, like my protein and my carbs. And my high carb days, I want to say I do 200 grams of carbs. Protein stays the same. My fats are bumped up by about 10 grams or so. And yeah, I got a question this week for this episode, so I'm going to go ahead and answer that. The question was just about the process of cutting and learning your body in a cut. I will say I've worked with about 3 to 4 coaches in my almost 10 years of competing. And my last 3 coaches have been using carb cycling. I lost my train of thought, sorry. My last 3 coaches used carb cycling, and I found that that works best for me. We changed the frequency of the high carb days versus low carb days as I get closer to show. Like, so right now I'm doing 4 low days and then 1 high day. And I'll try to quickly break down what a carb cycle is. But so it means that For a low day, the carbs are lower. So right now my carbs on low days are at 145, and on a high day, you eat more carbs. Carbs are higher, which is my 200-gram carb day. So the cycle means that you cycle through low days. So I'll do 4 days, Monday through Thursday, low, for example. I'm following that low carb regimen, and then on the 5th day, which would be the Friday, I do a high day, and then I repeat back to the low. So you keep doing that so that your body could then respond by dropping the fat that you needed to drop. I found that to be successful for me over the years. A lot of bodybuilders follow this format as well. As I get closer to show, it may be something more like 6 low, 1 high, but everyone's body's a bit different. That's what I found to work well. Trying to keep cardio as low as possible straight throughout prep, just so your energy and recovery is a lot better and you're not depleting or losing muscle. But yeah, I would say carb cycling and just watching how your body responds to certain foods as well. For me, I tend to respond a lot better to fish, especially closer to show. It is a leaner protein. And yeah, I'm just figuring out what carbs also digest better for your body, which vegetables. Like for me, broccoli has been my vegetable of choice this year, but I can only have it very crispy and almost burnt, because if it's like just boiled, my body doesn't take it very well and digest it very well. So I would say those are the big things, personally speaking, that have helped me in cutting. Carb cycling, choosing the right sources of my protein and my carbs especially, and my fats, all things, or choosing things that my body is able to digest well. And then just tracking, staying on top of your tracking. So the check-ins really help me to see what is working for me and what's not, what needs to be changed. That's a big part of a cut, like actually checking in and tracking your progress as you go along to see what needs to be changed and making those changes really quickly where you need to. And if they don't need to be changed, then, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So that is what I would say as far as the cutting phase, the important things. I am feeling really good. Like I said, the changes that my body has made over the last week, I can start to feel it. I can start to see it as well, and that's always a good sign. I feel like 9 weeks out is kind of where you really got to start turning it up and like tunnel vision straight through the end. The time is flying, so that's a good thing. So prep doesn't feel super long, but it also is kind of like a little nerve-wracking because it's gonna be here before I know it. But it was a successful week. I feel like I'm back on track after my birthday. My last episode where I told you guys about how I was feeling post-birthday shenanigans, definitely feeling a whole lot better, feeling like I'm back on track. And I'm looking forward to the next week, and I will see y'all in the next episode. If you have questions, things that you want me to touch on in the next episode, drop them below in the comment section, and see you then.